Welcome back, everybody. Today I'll be speaking on why does God allow bad to happen in this world? Why does He allow evil? Why does He allow all these wars, all these murders, all these innocent lives just to die? Well, it's a really hard topic which not only atheists and other religion people think about, but also Christians themselves. Well, today I'm here to answer it based on my own personal opinion, my own personal understanding. This is not a general view of all Catholics, it's just my own understanding. So my first point would be sin. Sin. Sin exists in this world, and if sin wouldn't exist, death wouldn't exist, decay wouldn't exist, and that basically sums up my first point. But let me make myself more clear enough. Sin is the reason why death even exists. Sin was brought into the world through Adam and Eve, and through them did we also sort of inherit sin. And if sin wouldn't exist, as I said before, death wouldn't exist, decay wouldn't exist, then just in general bad wouldn't exist. But then it goes on to my second point, because the bad lifts up the good, which to some might sound stupid, but I think it's a thing that you don't realize is real until you experience it. For example, if there would be no bad, I'm not talking about wars. If, for example, there wouldn't be good weather and bad weather, only good weather, you wouldn't know what bad weather is. And you realize until bad weather comes that how great was this good weather. And it's sort of like, I forgot what religion this is, but it's the religion that balances out the white and the black, things like that. Not as in their thinking, but it's more of like, well, the bad uplifts the good, because if we wouldn't experience the bad, then we wouldn't see how good the good is, if that makes sense. Because if you were only to live in good, you would get so used to it that you would think it's normal. Or something bad, you would think that it's just the norm. But no, we have both of those things. Now, my third one is the parable, which I forgot exactly where this parable is in the Bible. I know that my priest talked about it during Mass, during the homily, and I will re-incite it in my own words. It is the parable of the weeds and the crops, where the servant comes to the master and asks the master, should we cut down all of these weeds so only the crops even grow? And the master says, no, let them both grow. And after they have both grown, only then separate them. Take the weeds and burn them, take the crops and mill them into flour. Now, I took this as this. The crops, the weeds, while they're growing, symbolize our lifespan. While here we're living, while here where we are on earth, we are growing. And we have potential to change, because you may look at a weed and think that's a weed, but what if in reality that's a crop? The first place why the master even said to the servant, don't cut them all off until they're fully grown, is because you can't tell them apart. And it's like humans. We all are born as innocent children, innocent babies. And only then do we grow, like the crops and weeds. And only after we pass on to the afterlife do we get separated, just like the weeds and the crops. Which is why I see it so much as our own human life. Because you see, some crops go into being used for flour, while the other crops get used for, they get burned, they go to fire, and it's similar to our afterlife. either go to the hell, burning pit of hell, or to heaven. And that's why when my priest said it, I really just, everyone can take this parable as their own sort of idea, but that's at least how I understand it. Because as babies, we're all innocent, and then we grow, and then decisions come, and such. Now, my next point is free will. God has given us free will. Why do we have free will? He created us in His image. God is free, and we also have free will. And my point is that not everyone uses that free will to good. Like I say, there might be some Christians because, well, just because I say you're a Christian, being you're a Christian, that go out and do evil in this world, which is really not good. It's not right. And then some people think, why can't God come down and just absolutely obliterate these people? Which logically seems right. Like, yeah, we're bad people. But the thing is that it's not gonna happen. It's not the Old Testament anymore, it's the New Testament. It's the New Age. And many people point out, especially atheists, how God killed people in the Old Testament. By that I mean the flood of the earth, Sodom and Gomorrah, and you could maybe add the Tower of Babel to that, but here's the thing that people don't realize. He didn't just end the lives of casual innocent people. He ended the lives of people who were giving up their infants to false gods. There was this, now I forgot, either Molech or Baal. They used to take their babies and put them up. This is not demonic, I don't know what is, but people even do it till this day, but it has a new name. It's not called giving it up, not worshipping. No, it has a new name, and it's named abortion, which is another topic to be discussed, but not in this video. And the reality is that God didn't just end the lives of these people for no reason. Like, yes, He killed the children and, like, babies. You could see that's very, really, really bad, but they were generations of this, and it just had to be wiped out. God gave us a chance, another chance. And the reason why it doesn't happen now is because Jesus was the ultimate sacrifice, as we say, the sacrificial lamb, and He had to endure what He endured, so that now, it's not that people won't get God's wrath. Everyone will at the second coming of Jesus, but it's more of, the sacrifice has ultimately happened. We now have to wait for the final judgment. And till then, evil will continue to happen in this world. There's nothing you can do about it. And yeah, it exists, and it's just a part of being a person. You can't escape it. Ultimately, you could also ask why, okay, the sacrificial lamb has been given up and everything, that okay, but do then you just wipe out all these evil people? The answer is no. God is not an evil dictator. If you do evil, He will respect your choice because you've been given free will. And if you choose to do evil, He can't force you to do good, because that's not what a loving God does. He gave us free will for a reason, that is, so that we would be able to love Him. Hope you enjoyed my explanation. See you in the next video.